Hey, what's up guys, LD here, and by the title of this video, a lot of people are gonna be thinking that I'm trolling, that I'm, just joking around, or I'm not being serious, but I am. I'm dead serious, and I feel like over the years, a lot of people will criticize, falsely criticize, and just bad talk Sonic 06, and I feel like I feel like it's kind of a bandwagon to people that hate on Sonic 06. And I think Sonic 06 isn't even a bad game. I feel like it's a decent game. I don't consider it to be the worst game ever. I mean, maybe one of the worst games in the Sonic series, but not worst game ever. I mean, sure has some bugs and glitches, but I mean, I feel like it's far from being, a bad game. Now, the game has 3 story modes. It has Sonic Story, Shadow Story, and Silver Story. Now, what I like about this is that Sonic Shadow Silver has their own gameplay style, and that's good. And it's not the same thing over and over again. And Sonic has his own mission, his own boss to pursue at the end of the story. At the end of his story, like Sonic's main antagonist in his story is Dr. Eggman. Like how it is, how always is Sonic's antagonist is always Dr. Eggman. Then when you go on to Shadow Story, his antagonist is Mephiles. He has to beat Mephiles. And in Silver Story, his antagonist is Iblis. So you know what I mean? Like 3 different stories, 3 entirely different scenarios, and and missions and things to do. And the game also has 2 players, and here's some history with me and Sonic 06. I never got Sonic 06 when it first came out. I got it probably like a year after it came out, because I didn't have a 360 yet. When my mom finally gave me and my siblings a 360 for Christmas one time, and me and my siblings immediately wanted to get 06, but we got 06 probably like a month or 2 after we got our 360, and when we first got it, we were in love with the game. But since that was so long ago, it wasn't really a bandwagon or a known thing or a fad to hate on 06, so we wasn't, aware that people didn't like the game. Like, we thought that Sonic 06 was one of the best Sonic games ever made, and we loved the game. We really loved the game. So, fast forward now to I still love the game, and people are making all these, these hate videos and these hate things about Sonic 06, and I feel like a lot of people that are hating on it have not even played the game. I feel like people may have played pretty much a little snippet of it. They probably play like a stage or 2 of Sonic Story, but then they see one glitch, one bug, and then they just trash the game completely. I don't think Sonic 06 is a bad game. I think that the story is good, that the level design is good, that the music is good. I really like the music, and I think that the story is good. I mean, sure, the story has a lot of plot holes, like going back in time, this and that. Like Silver Story doesn't really make much sense, and then they brought Blaze, and it's kind of when the game around the time the game came out, like it contradicts Blaze's story from the rest games, because Blaze is actually from a different dimension. So that she's actually a princess, and it kind of was like people was like, which is canon, like which Blaze story is canon? Is Blaze story canon from Sonic Rush, or is her story canon from Sonic 06? And people got that confused, and a lot of people still don't like Elise. I mean, I'm not an Elise fan, but I certainly don't hate Elise. I mean, I'm just kind of middle of the road and of Elise. Like, I don't really like the girl, but at the same time, she's part of the story. You got to get used to it. Like, she has the flame inside of her, and she cries, so the whole world could be destroyed. I mean, like, it can't be the same story over and over again. It's just Sonic saving the world from Dr. M. Like they gotta switch it up, and that's what they got. Elise. I mean, sure, Elise. I mean, like, thing is this, guy. Elise is a human being. She can't do Sonic character work such. Like, she can't spin dash. She can't destroy a robot. She's just a human being. So that being said, you can't really expect much from her because she's a human being. And I don't really think anything wrong with it. I mean, sure, she's a damsel in distress. She's a princess. She's a human being. Like, she can't do anything to defend herself. Like when Dr. Eggman kidnaps her, And then like if she was surrounded by a bunch of robots, there's nothing she can do but just wait for Sonic to save her. I mean, like, it's like, what do some people expect from Elise? Like, she's a human being, she's a princess. No, I mean, I like the fact that for one, Sonic had to save a princess, you know, a human being, not an animal anymore. I like the fact that he actually had to save a human being that Elise was, you know, one of the main characters in the story. I like that because that's, you know, change is something different. That's, you know, something we never experienced before. And, you know, I like that, you know, Sonic actually died in the game. Like, there's really no other game where Sonic actually died. He actually died in Sonic 06. I like that. You know, it's something different. It gives the story a much darker, you know, tone. It makes it much darker. And he came back to life with the Heart of the Chaos Emeralds. I like that. Again, very different from what we had most of the time. Like, I admire Sega for trying something different because you know, we can't have the same game over and over again. I mean, look at Nintendo and Mario. The same game over and over again. I mean, that's a whole different story. But I mean, I'm kind of tired of Mario this one because it's the same thing. Mario, first of all, the Mario games have no story. So I mean, it's just the same gameplay, but, you know, different new mechanics. But I mean, I feel like a lot of people just hate on Sonic 06 because it's a fad and it's the new thing to do. I like the fact that, you know, in 06 that you can explore the towns. You can go in, you know, Soliana and, like, you know, buy stuff. Maybe, I mean, you can't buy much, but just new abilities. But I mean, that's still fun and cool that you can buy stuff. And I like the fact that you can just explore, just talk to people, and people have new dialogue to read, stuff like that. You can go to Soliana, New Soliana, and the Forest. I mean, that's cool. I mean, the last game where we had, the game before that, game before 06, where we had, you know, places that you can actually explore, like Hub Town, stuff like that, was Sonic Adventure. And after 06, we got Unleashed. And I don't want to count Boom because no one likes Boom, but I mean, I think Boom you can explore, you know, Hub Towns too. But I mean, Sonic 06, I like the fact that, you know, the Shadows gameplay, he can, you know, ride, you know, vehicles. He can, you know, has these chaos attacks like he's supposed to have, because, like, if you read the comics, he has all these chaos attacks, and he just is he's just a character with, you know, power with all these different variety of chaos powers. And Silver's gameplay is more like, you know, he utilizes his telekinesis and he controls objects. He, you know, controls them with his mind. He, like, uses them to his advantage, stuff like that. He can, you know, control robots and use robots against the robots by throwing the robots at each other. I mean, I like that. He can, you know, float and stuff like that. And then my older brother's favorite character was Silver the Hedgehog. My little brother's favorite character was Shadow Hedgehog, and mine is Sonic. And we used to always, and I mean always, play multiplayer in Sonic 06. Like, we never got tired of it. And, you know, it's funny because, like, Silver is the slowest character, and, you know, somehow my older brother, you know, he always managed to, like, beat me in the race. He always managed to beat me. I don't know how, but like Silver's just so slow, but and I'm always Sonic. He always somehow managed to beat me in the race in multiplayer. And, you know, and I like in Sonic 06 that, you know, when you're Sonic, you can, you know, be Knuckles and Tails, you know, in different missions like in the part in Wave Ocean, you can be Tails. In the part in the lava stage, I forgot what's his name is specific, but it's a volcano lava stage. You can be Knuckles. I mean, the mechanics of Knuckles aren't that great, I'll admit. Like, it has a lot of camera issues, and his combat isn't that great, stuff like that. But I mean, at least Sega was trying something different, and they did rush the game out. But just because the game has a few bugs, some camera issues, stuff like that, that doesn't warrant it to be the worst game ever. I think that people are extremely exaggerated when they keep saying it's the worst game ever. I think people don't know what they're talking about. I think a lot of people just want to hate on the game, sick of hating on it. And I admire the fact that Sega gave the game DLC. They didn't have download content. It had Team Amigo and some other DLC, I think, but I haven't gotten other DLC. And like I said, the music is good. I like the fact that you could be at the end of the story. You could be Super Sonic, Super Shadow, and, you know, Super Silver, and fight Mephras. I like that. And, you know, I don't really like Eggman's design in the game. I don't like it. I'll admit that, but I mean, like I said, it's different. It's different from what we always had. Like as I say, Sega has to try some new things, or you know, it's gonna get old after a while. I like that Sega try a lot of things with new things with Sonic 06, and Sonic 06 isn't, you know, canon. Is actually confirmed filler. So I mean, would it be filler? Like, you know, is Silver backstory filler? I don't really think so, because if you read the comics, I'm not really caught up with the comics that much, the RC comics, but the comics, Silver story is very similar to how it is in 06. So if they were to make a new Sonic game and implement Silver in it, and if Silver has some type of backstory, I'm confident that Silver's backstory will be the same as it is in 06, because it's the same way in the comics. And in the comics, Blaze's backstory is the same as it is in the Rush. Blaze's backstory is, you know, she's from a different dimension, and instead of Chaos Emeralds, she has Soul Emeralds, and she's a princess. And that story in Sonic Rush and Rush Adventure, and that's her story in the comics as well. So I feel like, you know, Sega is gonna have the same Silver story as it was in Sonic 06. And a lot of people actually think that Sonic 06 is actually a Silver game. I kind of have to agree with that. I mean, Silver plays a huge role in Sonic 06. He plays a bigger role than the Sonic itself, because if Silver didn't actually go to the past and try to prevent things from happening, Sonic would eventually be dead. I mean, everyone in Sonic's present would be dead. Like, there will be no future. Just like Silver's future, like, you know, how Silver's future is, and you know, his story, how the whole world is in the flames, and it's just him and Blaze, and like no one's really alive at all. No one's alive at all, and you know, everyone's just dead, and you know, the whole world is just a big hell. That Silver actually prevented that from happening by going in the past. So the game kind of is a Silver story. It kind of is a Silver the Hedgehog game, but at the same time, I guess, you know, Sega still wanted to, you know, give Sonic a huge role in the game, because Sonic is still the main character, because, you know, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, not Silver the Hedgehog. But yeah, I mean, I bet people are surprised that I like the game, but I feel like a lot of people do like it, like I do. But I feel like it's just, we're just so oversaturated with hate videos and all these, you know, people blaming the game, that, you know, not much people think that people like I like the game. And there is replayability, because like I said, there's DLC for the game, and as well as talent missions for different characters such as Sonic, Silver, and Shadow. They have their own talent missions to do. Like, people either ask you to find something, like find a dog, whatever like that, play hide and seek, or to race something. It's very, you know, there's a lot of variety in which the talent people will ask you to do. But the game does have replayability for guys who are wanting, if it does, if it does not. And you know, like I said, it also has multiplayer. That's also a plus. It has multiplayer, but you can only be Sonic, Shadow, and Silver though. True fans and true gamers aren't going to dissect the game and find out what's wrong with the game. Aren't like true fans and gamers aren't gonna find everything wrong with the game. Like, they're not gonna go like, oh, this is wrong with the game, that's wrong with the game, this is wrong with the game, that's wrong with the game, this is wrong with the game, that's wrong with the game. Like, that's like, you should be playing a game to keep it, just to like find out its flaws. Like, you should be having fun with the game. That's the point. The point of the games are to have fun with it, not to find flaws, not to find weaknesses, not to find this and that, not to find every bug in the game. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I feel like some people hear that the game is bad, and then they get the game to find out the flaws, find out this and that wrong with it, just to make a video about it, just to make, you know, oh, here's 101 things wrong with 06. Like, that's just unnecessary in my opinion. Like, no one needs to make that type of video. I mean, that's just blatant hate. That's just a blatant hate on Sonic 06. Like I said, Sonic 06 easily even a bad game. But so people that be making hate videos like, oh, here's everything wrong with Sonic 06. Like, that's just blatant hate. I hate that. I hate when I go on YouTube and I find all these negative videos on Sonic 06. Like, it just makes me angry, to be honest. So, in conclusion, Sonic 06 is not a bad game. It's decent. I give it a 6 out of 10. I give it a 6 out of 10. And like I said, a lot of people hate on the game because they think that it's the cool thing to do. It's a fad, and they're just jumping on the bandwagon and I bet probably half those people have never even played the game. So that's just, you know, just whatever. But Sonic 6 has a decent story, you know, has decent replayability. The gameplay, if it's good, if you try to, you know, ignore the glitches and bugs, but it's not game breaking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the glitches aren't game breaking. I mean, they have a few, but it's not something that prevents you from progressing through the game. All right, and I mean, Sonic 6 is just a good game. I don't really understand how people just hating on the game. Like, I mean, maybe because I'm a big Sonic fan that I will like a lot of these. Like I said, I don't like a lot of things. I don't like everything, but I think Sonic Secret Rings has some issues. I think Sonic 6 isn't the best Sonic game ever. I think that, well, I haven't played Lost Worlds yet on the Wii. I have it on the 3DS, but I haven't played the Wii version, so I'm not gonna give my opinion on the Wii U version yet. But I mean, the 3DS version is bad. I don't really like the 3DS version. I like Sonic 06 more than I like the 3DS version of Sonic Lost Worlds, and I'm not. You don't need to get me started with Boom. Do not. But in conclusion, the game is a good game, and people just hate on the game for no reason, just because they think it's cool and then stuff like that. And I like 06, and if you think differently, I like to hear your opinions on, you know, what I just said about the game, and I like to hear your opinions on the game itself. So please, you know, comment below so I can hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on the game. I really look forward to it. Peace and have a great day.
Can't complain.